home and drive safely. If you're heading out to the Met game tonight, they will get a window to play it. They'll probably be delayed by rain. I know there's these. I mean, right now out the window here, it's just unbelievably dark. It looks like night. So I know there's wicked storms in our area right now. So just be safe, be smart, and they will get the games in tonight. There's no rain in the forecast after 9 o'clock tonight with the Mets. There is rain up until then, but there's no rain after 9 o'clock in the forecast this evening, so they will get the game in. They just might have to wait a while, depending on what kind of storm they get right there. I know there's we've lost the TV here. You can tell looking outside, it's just it looks like night outside right now here where we are. So I know there's some very wicked thunderstorms in the area. So same thing down in Washington for the Yankees. Same situation as far as these wicked thunderstorms with the heat. It got very warm today is what happened. It got, it wasn't supposed to be sunny. Then it got sunny and it got it up in the 80s and it got a little warm there today. Pete in Westchester, what's up, Pete?
Hey, Mike, thanks for the weather thing. I think the best thing for the Mets is a rainout at this point.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they're going to have to play some games, so we might as well do it.
Well, I'd like your opinion on this, straight up.
Yeah.
I see complete motivational reversal of fortune here. I see Harvey finishing with at least 15 wins. I know that's shocking. And I see the Mets floundering and then having that fire sale again. And secondly,
I mean, that's just, I mean, listen, that would be the final straw for the Mets. I mean, because he had shown absolutely nothing. I understand he threw four. The Reds, believe it or not, won the back two against the Mets and then went out and swept the Dodgers before losing to San Francisco last night. They had been 8-27 and they won 6 games in a row. Now they lost last night. They are a bad team. Harvey threw 4 innings of shutout of 1-hit ball and then left the game. I would not think that he has, made the dramatic turnaround off that 1 4-inning foray. So he's pitching tomorrow as an example. You'll see him a lot this year with this team the rest of the way. I'd be careful before he's pitching tomorrow afternoon in San Francisco, as a matter of fact. I would be careful before I stamp him as back. His ERA for the season is still about 6.5.
Yeah. Well, what about when is he coming back so he can pitch against the Mets for what's going to really be a sellout?
I guess you're the lone one of the few Harvey fans left. Harvey would not fill the building. I'm sorry, that would not happen. When do the Reds come to the Mets? I don't know. I know that would be typical. The one thing I was wondering is why'd they take him out after 4 innings that night? I guess they put him on a very strict pitch count, huh? How many pitches did he throw in 4 innings? 60? I didn't even look. I know he threw 4 innings and he was 1-hit baseball, but they took him out after that. That's what I'm talking about. They take these pitches out now all the time.
Yeah, they're not here till August.
They're not here till August. Well,
he could be traded by then.
Yeah, he would be traded. If he pitched well, he would be traded because he's a free agent next year and they're not going to sign him. But, I mean, that would be typical Mets to have him turn around and pitch well now. Richie in Vernon, New York. What's up, Richie?
Hey, Mike, quick question for you.
Yes.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but is it possible that the Yankees could sign Harper next year?
Is it possible?
Yeah.
It's possible, but there would have to be a lot of things that I think would have to happen, including they would have to send Stanton somewhere.
Do you think they'd trade him to L.A.? Because I saw a while that they would trade him to the Dodgers.
Well, there's been talk that he wanted to play for the Dodgers, that there could be a deal there. Am I going to tell you that it's impossible that they would trade Stanton and sign Harper? No, I wouldn't say that's impossible. Right? Listen, Harper is made to order for the Yankees. I mean,
that home run he hit the other
not just that. He's a star. He brings a star with him. He's edgy. He's a huge star. He is a guy who, his father idolized Mickey Mantle growing up. He's got all the parts. The only thing he'd have to do is he's got to shave. That's the only thing. Yeah, but he'd hit the ball to the moon. Him playing at Yankee Stadium, he'd hit the ball to the moon at Yankee Stadium. His power at that ballpark, he would be an enormous, he would fit in exceedingly well on so many levels with the Yankees because of his left-handed power, his edginess, his stardom, his whole thing. He'd be a very big guy at the box office. They are balanced. They need more left-handed power. We understand all that, everything he brings, but That would be if they got rid of Stanton. There would be no room for Stanton and Harper, and the ability to pay them, plus pay Judge, plus pay Sanchez, plus pay Didi, plus pay Severino. That's not possible. Nick in Queens, what's up, Nick?
Hey, Mike, really good having you back.
Thank you. What's happening?
Taking my call. Two things on NBA. Last night, and I apologize if you spoke about it already, but Draymond Green, I feel like the referee swallowed the whistle after they gave him a technical. Like, there must have been like 4 or 5 times after that he could have got teed up and thrown out of the game.
You're right. That didn't happen. Some guys take more. You know, he's always pushing the envelope. I was not surprised that Golden State won. See, here's the difference with Golden State. First of all, I'm not a big Houston guy. I hope Houston would win the series. I never thought they would. I thought Golden State would win the series in 5, 6 maximum. Golden State's going to win it all because they're by far the best team, and Durant is the second best player in the sport. So when you have him, plus you have Thompson and Curry and Green, etc., and Iguodala, etc., all the way. That's why. I mean, Durant's the second best player in the sport. Kelly in Jersey. What's up, Kelly?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's happening?
This whole conversation about Eli.
Yes.
You know, he's innocent, and I hate the fact that he comes from where he comes from. The Peyton and the dad and the great, and he gets hung up on.
What's the point? I'm missing the point. What's the point?
He's not guilty.
Of what?
Of selling.
That's already decided. It's already they settled the thing. It's all done. There's no wrongdoing. They both sides settled. It's over.
I know. But his guilty. A lot of the players are thinking that he's the players. A lot of the fans are thinking that he's guilty because he just pled guilty.
They're never going to know because no one pled guilty. There's nothing. There's no finding of anything. They settled the suit. Both sides settled the suit. There's no finding of any wrongdoing on any side, so it's over with. We're never going to know the great did he or didn't he helmet thing. Listen, I don't like the memorabilia deal. That's the problem. The game use thing is a bad idea. Baseball's involved. All the sports are involved. The teams are involved. They shouldn't be involved. Game use stuff is just going down the wrong avenue because there's too much and too easy and too much temptation to, instead of selling this many game used, sell that many game used because nobody can tell the difference. So that's why that game use stuff is such I'm not a big fan of any of that stuff. You know, a guy, on a big game where he's going to break a record, going in and using 9 shirts, that kills the whole idea of it. If you had his one jersey from the night, so be it. When he wears 1 each inning, you know what? Kind of takes away from the whole idea. And then you don't know if they sold 9 or they sold 90. How would you know the difference? Mike in Brooklyn, what's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike, I know you're not a fan of hearing this, but I just wanted to welcome you back.
Well,
not only have you revitalized this patient, but you saved this patient. What was in your place was, the term unwatchable was unhearable.
Thanks. We don't talk about other shows. Thanks, but thank you for the nice words.
But there was no personality.
Stop. Just talk about sports. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Talk about sports.
No, I understand. Okay, on to the Mets. No, I just wanted your take on how, because there's so many moving parts. I heard the interview with Ron Darling, but I just want to know what your take is. Like, going to be a 500 team, a sub 500
I don't
team?
think they're a I don't think they have the makings of being at best a 500 team, and I don't even think they're a 500 team the way they're constructed right now, because I just don't think there's enough pitching behind the big two, and I don't think there's enough team there. Plus, the emergence of Atlanta and Philly. Atlanta has arrived. Listen, I didn't expect them to arrive this year. Be the first to tell you. I picked Philly as an over. I thought Philly was going to arrive and be a lot better than people thought. I did not think Atlanta was going to do this year. I thought they were a year away. It reminds me of the Yankees last year. Atlanta arrived ahead of schedule, but you look at that lineup right now, they're the real deal. When you got kids at the top. Then you put in Freddie Freeman's always been a terrific player, and Markakis, who's motivated, and kids behind that, and then the young arms, and all of a sudden they got a team. You look up and the team's 10 games over 500, and it says, you know what, we're not going anywhere. We're having fun, and we can beat you guys. We've arrived. And you know what? They've arrived. They've played 40 games this way. Why can't they play another 120 games this way? So I think Atlanta's going to be tough now. And I look at the Atlanta players, I look at the Met players, you know, I can see which one's got better players. Larry in Norwalk. What's up, Larry?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good, what's happening?
Talking about Harvey's last start.
Yes.
I want to see the guy do good and come back. No ill will towards him. But if you look at the game a little closer, and again, too, I don't know why they pulled him after 4.
They had him on a strict pitch count, according to what they said.
Okay, but he did get run support. He got 5 runs, number one.
That's nice.
But if you look at his command, someone last week said they thought he got up to 96. I only saw him get to 94.
But he only gave up 1 hit.
Yeah, he left with 1 hit. But he got a couple calls from the umpire, high breaking balls. But his ball was straight. That's what I'm worried about. I don't know going further. Plus, he was pitching against a Dodger team that was a little down with injuries.
Okay, so listen, but the bottom line is it's a big improvement than what we saw.
Oh,
you know?
Tremendous!
Right.
Tremendous.
So let's see tomorrow. He's going against the Giants in a day game. Okay,
yep.
We'll be able to monitor that tomorrow. Let's see how Harvey. I'll be very interested to see how Matt pitches tomorrow. They're playing at 3:40 tomorrow afternoon in San Francisco. He's pitching tomorrow afternoon. I'll be very interested to see how he pitches tomorrow. And you know what? If he throws a big game tomorrow, or throws 7 really good innings, I'll have to say it bears some watching. Now remember, for the year his ERA is over 6. He has not done anything. It was 4 innings. And it was 4 good innings. It was 4 innings in the right direction, no question about it. He went 4 innings. He gave up 1 hit. He struck out 2 guys. He didn't walk a guy. So far from that standpoint, you got to be very happy with that. Now, I don't understand why you take a guy out. I don't know what the score was. You said they had a big lead. What was the score? Do you remember?
It was 5-0.
Well, why wouldn't you give him 1 more inning and let him get the win? I mean, I don't understand that.
I don't know. I really don't know.
The guy's been stretched out. I'm trying to look at how many pitches he threw in that game. Let me see.
Couldn't have been more than 50 or so.
I don't have it here. I have him 4 innings, no walks, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, but I don't have how many pitches he threw. We'll have to look it up. But let's say he threw 50. It doesn't matter. He threw 50, threw 60. You could have let him throw 1 more inning and get the win. I don't understand. That puzzled me that he came out here. But they said they had him on a very tight pitch count. He went 4 innings. He had only gone an inning, 2 innings, the 2 times he had been to the mound before that. But he still, he wasn't that far from being a starter. He'd only been about 2 weeks where he was not a starting pitcher. But, hey, it's a step in the right direction. No question about that. Let's see how he does tomorrow. 55 pitches. And did they give an explanation why they didn't let him get the win? They didn't say anything, or they did say something. I don't know if they did or they didn't. So he goes tomorrow afternoon against the Giants, and we'll see how he does. Harvey against Suarez tomorrow afternoon in San Francisco. We'll see if Matt backs it up with another good performance. Back after this.